Trying to remember, did we have anywhere else we needed to go?
I didn't remember anywhere specific
I'd say we
either.
have not received whatever the next plot destination is. Aside from me
So,
telling David where we need to eventually end up.
Hmm. I mean, the simple answer is we go back to where we came from first.
That is an option.
Because if we don't have anywhere else to go, going back at least to land, where we can get more information, would be beneficial. And I don't see a particular reason for us to spend days at sea on a journey when we could just go back in less than a day or something like that, if I recall.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill this dog.
must say, like, why is his life so difficult?
Try covering him up. See if that makes a difference. Because he's got water, he's been fed. Otherwise, it's just he got spoiled by hanging out with Mom and Sierra the last few days.
Oh,
He
okay.
just wants attention.
He wants cuddles and love.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I'm finishing eating my cold food that I, had to, not eat because I was at the patient first. So you'll have to wait because you're not stealing my cold Five Guys fries.
Oh, I've been wanting to go there for so long.
Yeah, it's been a while for us too. Just today, I was like, let's do that.
I haven't been there so long, but I've never been able to justify it. I'm not willing to drive as much as I love that fries. I'm not willing to drive. I'm not willing to drive over there just to get them, and I refuse to buy their hamburgers. It's not that the hamburgers aren't good, but I'm not willing to drop like damn near $9 for what amounts to a okay hamburger.
It's more than an okay hamburger, but it's definitely not worth the the $8 or so you have to pay for it.
Yeah, especially since you can't lower the price if you're not willing to get all the toppings.
Well, you can get the single, not the double. That's only about $6.
Yeah, $6 for like if I was gonna get a burger like what you get, is still not worth $6.
Mushrooms and barbecue sauce and cheese.
Oh, you actually get mushrooms on yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you. I thought yours were. I'm thinking about the type of burgers you usually get at Galaxy.
I
I
get
think it
mushrooms at
was.
Galaxy too. I don't like the lettuce and the tomato
Oh,
and the mayo and stuff, but mushrooms are cool.
oh, okay.
So
I
at
thought you
Galaxy, it's
usually just.
usually as at Galaxy, it's usually mushrooms and cheese, and then I add ketchup myself.
Okay. I thought it was usually just like cheese and ketchup or cheese and mustard.
Sounds so plain, but okay. Given given that there's no any other particular destination in mind, the captain is perfectly fine with returning back to Tamarin.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, given you are on a boat that is a fair bit swifter than
I'm on a boat. Somebody had to do it.
than being on foot or Vardo. That. Okay. Looks like it'll be a 5-day 5-day trip back to Tamron, so people can get plenty of rest. Um, barter with the crew for things if you're wanting like uh, particular items, or if you're so inclined, whatever. Like just 5 days of downtime on the ship.
How big is the ship?
Just remember correctly, it was a cargo vessel.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're looking at a cargo ship with a top deck, mid deck, low deck.
Hmm.
I'm just going to enjoy the peace and quiet. Maybe I'll consider pestering Kodo about the world-breaking amount of gold we have.
That one day I'll do the math on. Dylan, I'm going to help out on the boat, learn about boat stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna rest. Can't think of much to do on a boat.
Fish. All the fish.
I'm pretty sure if they just saw a cat sitting on the edge of a boat with a fishing rod, they'd probably went, fuck.
Not that you walking around with your little bag and talking is much better.
I'm a pet cat.
You're still talking.
I mean, you slap the bag of holding on a cat. And like, well, we didn't feel like carrying it ourselves, so we put it on the cat.
Pat cat.
I mean, could technically, fuck it, whatever. I'll fish.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is. Is that a dexterity skill?
Make a survival roll.
Oh, never mind. I'm actually good at that. Woohoo! I'll say because I forgot my D20 and I don't feel like going to go pick it up right now. I will leave this to roll 20.
Dun dun dun.
Let's see. First roll of the new year. Not terrible.
16 isn't terrible. That D8 roll, I mean that D20 roll is something to be desired, but your total isn't that bad. Your fishing definitely bears, well, marine life of a variety of kinds. Some more tasty than others, though you do note that about 90% of what you fished out is in fact edible, unlike other fish that you could have plucked from the waters.
10 fish in a boot. Got that. I'll say they got that early stage of Forrest Gump fishing.
Oh. Oh. Shit.
Leviathan! Ah! He caught Sin.
I was not expecting that.
Boss battle.
I was not expecting that.
Is that the random D100?
Hey,
See
look,
what I
you
get?
caught a kraken. Now fight it. No.
Yay! I caught a boss fight.
Wait, who's got the blitzball?
Probably Coda. Can you summon that Death Blade again, but instead make it a ball?
A little air out so it leaves a welt.
Can you do Sphere of Annihilation? Okay, I'll say, is that just like the random? I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No. It's a thing. During your fishing, you fish out something that is not a fish.
You have just fished out the Apocalypse Stone.
Okay.
You pulled the drain on the ocean.
One of the days that you're fishing, you have to fight against something as you are pretty sure it's something that's fighting back until you determine that your line is just
You caught the boat.
caught on something. So with some ingenuity, you're able to increase your effective pull strength with the line. Unfortunately, it's not snapping. Though you wonder if if for a few moments your rod may snap as you fish out a water-worn piece of leather. This leather is acting as a blade sheath for a glass axe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'll hold him like, meow.
It is the size of a hand axe, except its entire construction is made out of glass. The glass does have swirlings of color in it, as it appears to be definitely something crafted versus materialized into existence. The edge appears razor sharp.
Huh. going to going to kind of like signal over to, I'll say, to the crew, and just kind of like hold it up to them, like kind of give them a look like, anyone know what the hell this is?
Some of the crew will form around you. One of them a stout, short though broad individual.
There's I'm sorry. Sarah just emailed me. Fios is getting NBC and Friends back.
Oh, okay. We'll approach. What do you have there, kitten?
Gonna kind of like we're gonna kind of about to say by the crew. I mean like crew and like I assume like my compatriots as well. Like is anyone else here? Or...
Well, does anyone else want to go towards Tibbs with whatever the discovery is?
Sure, we'll check it out.
Yeah, I'm not against that.
I'll say anyone with identify or like knows legends of shit.
That would be the old man.
Kind of hold it up.
That would be the old man.
Okay, let me take a look at this then.
Just on a roll with these numbers. First God listens to me, and now this.
Yeah, I know, right?
Actually, hilariously enough, I think I've actually made my divine my channel divinity roll than more times than I failed it.
And so you don't use it very often.
So I think I've used it a grand total of 4 times, and it's worked 3 out of 4 times. The one time roll 20 damn near comes through for me all the time.
I'm going to post a rough image of what it looks like.
That was actually something from the book.
No, he just found a picture online.
Ah, okay.
Nice. Too bad none of us uses an axe.
Kriv, do you use axes?
I mean, all of us are capable, I think, but I don't think any of us use it as our weapon of choice.
I technically can, but axes are not refined enough for my taste.
But
Listen to this bougie son of a bitch.
But it's made of glass. It says the stout person.
So,
If I throw it, it will probably shatter.
Depends on the glass.
Yeah, probably.
let's see. Do I have any spells that? Yeah, the only thing I have.
Roll 20.
Should I roll something to see if I identify it? I mean, not identify, but yes.
Are you like just wanting to generally inspect it?
I guess see if I recognize anything. Like I assume like a glass axe is not a everyday thing.
A glass axe is not an everyday thing. You can either make a history roll, a glass blowing roll, or a general intelligence roll. Glass blowing is assuming you have like the glass blowing toolkit.
I'm gonna say they are. I'm gonna say general intelligence. All right, that's just about all I can really do. You know what? Fuck a history. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's all the same. Yep, let's see if roll 20 decides to be fun.
Just kind of look at it. I've seen some people try to make something like this. But, the people who, tried were over in, the, western, more western part of, Ladrina. And that was a while ago. Tibbs, you are... Excuse me. You are aware of a group in the western part of Ladrina, specifically a group in the Kenya mountain range that tried to make various kinds of glassware, including attempts at glass weaponry. Around 100 years ago, this group became nomadic, slowly heading eastward in hopes that they would find materials that could be fashioned into better glass, which would indicate to you that their ultimate goal was probably Drakengard, considering its just overwhelming amount of various kinds of sands, being a far more barren environment than other areas of Ladrina. You aren't quite remembering the group's name, though you do recall the symbol, the kind of branding that they used, which is that of a potion bottle with a scythe-like curved blade on it, which you do note on the back end of the axe head. Once the blade covering has been removed, so this is likely one of their attempts. You do know that these weapons did cut extremely well. However, there is an issue that Kriv has already pointed out of glass in general isn't exactly the sturdiest of material to be used as actual battle weapons. Much better to have it hang on a wall. However, due to this group's endeavor to make one combat ready, it will leave gruesome cuts, but almost certainly shatter on the attempt. Mechanically speaking, you're looking at a damage of 3d10 plus strength modifier, with a 90% chance of it shattering. As a part of the follow through.
Okay, so you can do damage one really good time, but every time that you hit someone with it, it runs the risk of breaking.
Yeah. Due to it being a rather light weapon, just because again it's made of glass, which I know can be heavy, but again this is designed to be light and such. It is also rather easy for one to cut themselves on it. So if you critically fail, you are going to inflict some damage on yourself along with whatever the critical failure is.
Whew. Okay, so this is a collective item then.
So yeah, unless you want to hit real good for probably only one time.
So more money. Got it.
All right, sweet. You got the treasure, guys. I will put it into the bag of holding, and when we reach a city, I suppose we can sell it.
Okay.
Shame. I wanted to throw it against the wall as hard as possible and see what happened.
It breaks.
One of the crew members will speak up. Not on the boat, please.
I don't think my mending could fix it.
For all I know, that thing will, I don't know, cut through the mass or something.
I hope the mast has more than 30. I hope the mast has more than 30 hit points.
No, I can walk in the water and decide a boat will be a perfectly fine place. It's not like I can't punch for wood.
You can walk
or
on water
anything.
until you run out of movement, and then you sink.
You follow Flash logic.
Details.
That's a very important detail in the middle of the ocean.
I'll be able to walk down there, walk in the water, throw the axes, and walk back onto the ship. There's just enough movement to do it.
I mean, if you really want to just go running around on the water, I can always just cast water walking and just go have fun. If you really want to go Naruto running.
I don't need to go Naruto running. Not yet, at least.
Actually, that's actually a good thing. Does the crew look like bored or just interested in stuff?
They mainly are performing their duties. They are looking forward to getting back to Tamaran, just to be able to do some other things that isn't just gambling, sleeping, that kind of thing.
Okay. Do they want to go have some fun on the ocean?
What do you have in mind?
Cast water walk on them. Let them go feel what it's like to go running on the ocean.
The captain will dissuade them from doing that unless it is to do things like clear debris or fish extra food, which the crew is more than happy to accept as an excuse to go and be on water without sinking, as that, outside of being on a boat, is a novel concept.
Yeah. Basically, I just want to sometimes being stuck on a boat or being stuck on something or within like a certain parameter, tends to make people like really antsy and whatnot. And I guess like give them some expand their range of movement besides just being on the boat. So sure, why not? I will cast water walk for them.
Okay. Kriv, as I understand it, you were discussing the oogles of gold and such.
No, I just made a comment about it.
Is there anything in particular you wanted to talk about, or just state that you're having the general discussion?
No, like I said, I was just gonna poke at Kodo about it. It's like, hey, all this gold, what are you gonna do?
Okay, which I
Gonna
take
go try ending the world, make a new kingdom again? Or did you end that emo phase of your life?
Well, the fact that I'm here with you should answer that.
Hmm, maybe. Or you feel indebted to us.
Well, I've been around long enough that I am indebted and indebted to many people.
Hmm.
But this is a good cause. Not the gold, but the other things you've been doing. Besides, if I did want to create an empire, I would just go to the Drakengard. They seem to be keen on that. No, no. Instead, I have some other ideas of what we can do with unfathomable amount of gold. At which point, the conversation will spin off into the concept that you, me, and Trish were talking about of the town and whatnot.
Cool.
Okay. And Kenshi, you were learning boot stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, the boot stuff.
Yeah, you'll be shown the various needs of a boat, function of the crew, etc., etc., things of that nature. And when you guys arrive back in Tamran, um, you'll note a bit of activity, likely aftermath math of when the last time you guys were here, and dealt with their particular um, issue of
You mean the church burning?
people. Yes, yes. The disassemblement of a church. But with that, you will notice a particular type group of people moving around, which are distinct enough that you guys can identify as separate of the populace you've seen here before, and they definitely do not look like soldiers. It's a group of people um, in robes, sporting a colorization of a somewhat dark gray and blue. Some of these individuals appear to also have um, like a white or silver trimming, depending on the individual that you're looking at. These robes are um, anywhere from thin to medium um, in thickness, but still of the same general style. This group appears to have people darting around near the area where the church used to be. Though there are a group of about a dozen near the port that appear to be occasionally talking with people. Some just from afar, they appear to be propositioning, because like they'll talk with some people, and those people either like wave them off and continue on, or just immediately walk past them. Others will sound interested for a little bit, but ultimately leave. The captain of the boat you're on will kind of look over. I think someone's trying to establish something new. Such as apparently some prime real estate.
Not sure yet. But I don't see an issue with them doing things. They're not trying to murder people or summon demonic beings into existence or anything like that. So, not my concern.
As I understand it, the church that was here wasn't exactly overt about their negative intentions. But I have a boat. I can just leave if I need to. The for those not directly next to the captain, you will hear the executive officer do, and the captain will look back at him. Well, I didn't say I would take people with me if they needed to leave. I'm not heartless. So speaking of boats, hey, Kenshi, were you thinking about sticking around and doing some more on the ship?
No, I was just, learning to pass the time until we got to our destination.
Too bad. It was nice having a 24-hour lookout.
Well, next time you come, near the kingdom, see about recruiting one.
Good luck. Good luck on your journeys. If you need my assistance again, hopefully I'll be in port for you.
Thank you very much.
To confirm, you guys did keep the glass axe with the idea of selling it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was not allowed to throw it against the side of the ship with as much force as possible to see if it could shatter it.
Well,
yes, because you're literally shattering money.
So we are not investigating the people on the dock, talking to people on the dock?
I mean,
looking at them. Just looking at them, you mentioned that they're wearing a type of robes. Have we seen these kind of people before? Would an investigation or an insight roll be appropriate?
I'd say a history roll would be appropriate here. Investigation would also work too.
Oh boy.
You said
I'm not row.
History or investigation? What was that? What was it, Eric?
I said I'm not row, so this will be interesting. 17.
17.
History.
Okay.
More than 17, probably.
I'll be right back.
Or not. My proficiency die bottomed out on a 2.
I only had a +2, so.
Okay.
Wait, we're rolling investigation?
You can, if you want to know anything about the dudes in the robes.
Or history. If you want to try to remember anything about them.
Well, I suck at history. Investigation probably isn't much better, honestly. Nope. Sure. I mean, I probably end up rolling the exact same thing that he rolled. Let's go. It's double digit. Holy shit. Okay, never mind. Something cat. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, one moment, just check some out real quick. Okay. Wow, okay. Haha. Ah. Okay, with that 20 dough. Okay, low C17s. Okay. The general style of the outfits of the outfit is familiar to each of you. Upon further observation, you're able to discern a few other things. For those of you with extra sensitive hearing, you're able to pick up bits and pieces of conversation from a fair distance away, unveiling to you that these people are associated with Ayun and are seeking some form of assistance. Tibbs. While the others suspect what I'm about to say, with your particular background in clergy matters and whatnot.
Particular background of being a cat.
Yes. A very faithful cat you are. You are certain that these aren't just any followers of Ayun, but members of the Cobalt Soul.
Ah, okay, that works.
So
Basically,
you're good guys then.
Ko would probably treat them like they're the plague. You probably know too much about them.
Koda's frowning. Koda's apprehensively frowning.
What? Just because I'm right doesn't mean it's an issue.
What was that in character? Or?
Yeah, I was making a joke about it. It's like, hey, look, someone who knows too much about your history.
If I get too close, they might want to stab me, so How about we all go over there to the tavern and see if something more interesting comes up?
I don't know.
I don't think they'll be able to stab you even if they tried.
Do you know how many arrows I get hit by?
Yes, I actually keep count.
I don't even know how that happens.
Well, that would be incredibly. I'll say that would be incredibly. I'll say that would not be very. I'll say very advantageous to us for you to get shot down with arrows. So
Yeah, I can prevent stabbings. Arrows, not so much. You tend to just stand there when it comes to arrows.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, with your really tall armor.
if it makes you feel any better, I'm not upset at you for what you did in your past.
Thank you, Tibbs.
And hey now, I have armor, but I'm not always wearing it.
I'll say you've proven yourself to. I'll say you've proven to be a very trustworthy and noble ally. I will happily fight these library nerds if they decided to attack you.
Don't worry, if they tried to attack you, they'll have a broken hand beforehand, before they can touch you.
I mean, they're a bunch of nerds. How powerful could they be?
Well, nerds can cast magic normally, so...
And the Cobalt Soul doesn't just have nerds.
They have exploring nerds. So they have adventurers.
And monks. And paladins.
Yeah, we have a
monks.
paladin.
No, you don't.
I mean,
We don't have a paladin.
we have a monk.
I didn't know that they had monks. I knew they had paladins, though.
Monks of the
You-
Cobalt Soul.
That's like the monks of the Cobalt Soul is also the Cobalt Soul is also the Church of Ioun.
Yes, that would make sense.
Yes, martial knowledge is still knowledge.
And sometimes when you're going
Well,
into
let's
ancient
hear-
dungeons, you need to roundhouse kick whatever you find in the face.
I know that one very well.
Well, let's hurry up and shuffle on out of here before they ask for Kodo's library card.
I don't think they will, though. We're not in a place where they want to do that.
Maybe Kodo and Kenshi rented out books hundreds of years ago and they never returned them.
I can believe Kodo did that, but Kenshi, nah.
I own the
Kenshi's too
library.
short-faced.
I like how you just low-key said you don't read.
I didn't say he didn't read. I just said I don't think he would have returned the book.
No, you totally just said you can't read.
After 1,000 years, you didn't learn how to swim.
Jesus.
How old is I know Kodo's like old as dirt. How old is Kenshi?
A lot younger.
Slightly less
Just
old.
under 300.
Okay. I mean that's not that much. I'm gonna do some quick library math real quick. All right.
Pull out the abacus.
The council.
It looked like they need help with something, though.
I would say they look like the plot hook.
We should probably go at least see what's up.
These nerds look quest worthy.
Pretty much.
Are you guys actually leaving the boat? Because so far I'm assuming the conversation is happening, like, while you guys are, like, looking over the edge
It's
of the
like
boat.
leaning on the guardrail or whatever.
Yeah, we haven't left yet. It's like
Just
I was like, let's
creepily
just throw our
staring
ass
at
off. You know.
At the
Yeah.
moment, the crew of the ship is taking some R&R. There are people retallying their cargo, trying to determine like how much cargo room they have left, likely in preparation to see if people need things shipped. So no, the boat is berthed, the ship is berthed, and will be so for a little bit of time as they go through, again, R&R, sorely procedural matters.
Probably eventually unloading our Bardo.
Yeah, it's like unloading our wagon.
Yeah.
Which I don't feel... I wouldn't particularly rush them because I'm not really that concerned about it just yet. Because who knows where we'll end up going yet. But yeah...
So, yeah, they're not being pressured to leave the boat. Though eventually you will need to leave the boat.
Oh, yeah, but,
I think we should go find out what those nerds need.
Kodo will look at them, look at you. Yeah, you do that.
Now you're coming with us.
Well, if you need it okay with you, I'm sure Kenshi will like to go to talk to them.
mm-hmm.
Are you afraid of some nerds?
No, I'm afraid they'll irritate me. I don't want to be irritated right now.
He's totally afraid of some nerds.
I don't know if he's afraid or just is afraid he'll do something nasty.
Then this would be a great exercise in self-control. That I feel that the great king of old would be able to do.
I know you're playing me, but you're right. Fine. He'll stick his hands in his sleeves and in front of him. And let's go.
That's the spirit.
Hmm. So, I'm just thinking about DBZ. Okay. Okay. So are you actually going to approach this cluster of Cobalt Soul then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We must assist the nerds. The nerds look distressed. Even if they're not, that's what I'm going to call them now.
Okay. You guys leave the boat. You will hear some calls from just other people on the port, just trying to grab attention of those that are coming off the boat. Just people selling wares, wanting to grab attention to perhaps make some coin. But going over to the group, the cluster of the members of the Cobalt Soul. That's some nice math right there.
I'm surprised it's that little gold.
Well, remember, to your average person, they go bankrupt. You're just like, a gold? Hells yeah, I can eat for a week.
Yeah, normal people do things with copper and silver. Adventurers do things with gold because they're literally killing a bunch of things and, well, selling it.
Oh yeah, adventurers have the entire thing of, you have a high-risk job, you get paid more.
You know what I actually love is that, like, I didn't even have to go that far. Apparently, the U.S. Treasury actually does have a thing that translates D&D money into American money.
Damn. Okay. Nice.
Good way of our tax dollars being spent.
You know what? I'm just not going to question it. Let's just keep moving.
Okay. This group of you're getting closer, you're able to better discern. It's eight. It's 8 people. A few people, as you guys were descending, broke off to go towards and join the activity in the former evil church area. They are actually held amongst themselves. One notices that you guys approaching, most notably Kriv, because he is a very noticeable individual, and a older fellow. When I say older, I mean they look to be human in their in their 50s, with a long white beard to mid chest, comes in a point.
Okay, Gandalf.
Kind of bushy white eyebrows, but from indications you're seeing of the positioning of the hood of the robe, appears to otherwise be bald. You don't see any signs of feeblement, nor a staff. Though he does slowly take a few steps towards towards you guys as you approach, and specifically more to Griv. His brown eyes will kind of look up at you, as you are notably taller. Greetings. Have you come in response to the proposals you've been making?
Actually, we were just wondering what those proposals were. We saw you requesting people on the docks.
Yes, and unfortunately most of the people we talk to aren't willing to make the out-of-the-way journey that we're requesting.
I think we live with out-of-the-way journeys, don't we, guys? So... what is this proposal? What is this request? Because it's apparently a big deal to you.
Oh, did it not? Oh, it didn't. Okay, that's fine. Why is it not doing the thing? That's weird. Okay. Roll20's been weird on me. Yeah, he's first going to observe the group, as if he is trying to discern things about you. Yes. The Cobalt Soul is seeking a group of people to investigate why a few emissaries of the Cobalt Soul have been not reporting back to us. There's a order quite west of here, and I am, of course, can provide you with some more exact information if you wish. um, Associated with the, well, I believe colloquially it is called the Citadel in the Clouds, but that is a bit of a misnomer. Local amusements aside, we had sent several emissaries to a order that surrounds the Citadel, seeking an exchange of knowledge. Have either of, well, any of you, particularly the yokai, heard of a magic text called it goes by many names. I think translated to comments the discoveries. For those actually wanting to think if they know anything about it, I would need a Arcana roll.
I was about to ask. Okay, Arcana.
Yes, I looked it up.
I'm going to use my Arcana. I know it's something I'm supposed to be good at, but I'm not because I'm not that kind of blood hunter.
I'm just going to shrug. And just look to the all-knowing Kodo.
I mean, that's not
I mean,
bad.
roll 20's been decent for me, so fuck it, why not?
I might as well attempt the roll, but I already know where this is going to go.
I'll say all this +2 shit. Let's see. Yep.
I rolled a 13, so it's 15. Now just look at a roll of 14 or 17.
Arcana is for the heathens.
For this roll, Kodo rolled a 23.
Yes, he did. And this is why we brought Kodo along.
Okay.
Whether he wanted to or not. Because he will know things related to this kind of thing.
Tibbs, you're uncertain as to what the discoveries are. Perhaps you'd know it by a different name, but the words they're using, you don't know. Nothing coming to mind. Let's see, Kriv. You've heard it in passing, like when you've been around like scholars. Back when you were in training and learning more tactical things. Some kind of formulation or the discovery is apparently something that's been actually made versus discovered from what little you've been able to pick up. Kenshi 16. You're aware that there is a experimental group of arcanists, of those who practice Arcana that were seeking to discover new secrets of the weave. Whether they have accomplished this task, you're uncertain. Though you did hear about this roughly 100 years ago.
So, oldest dirt time. Got it.
Um, Kyoto will sigh. I don't know what they're calling themselves now, but there was a group looking to expand the way Magic in the Weave has been utilized up until now. But it's dangerous and something that I personally think shouldn't be ventured for. If it's lost, it should probably stay lost, especially due to one rumor I heard really long ago that some of it had to deal with tapping the life stream, which again is probably a very dangerous thing.
Sounds entertaining. And a recipe for disaster. And we tend to go towards disasters, so it seems like we're going this way. Mostly to prevent it.
Well, I haven't heard of any disasters recently aside from, the area around Winterhaven, but we solved that. We're likely going to be dealing with bindings and creations of things that I'd prefer remain unraveled and mysterious. The older member of the Cobalt Soul that greeted you will look over at Kodo. Some knowledge may be dangerous, yes, but none is inherently evil except by those who have ill intent. The knowledge itself is something that shouldn't be discarded out of fear or entitlement. Kodo will look back at him. Yeah, sure. In any case, my fellows, I ideally would like to find out why our emissaries have not been returning. As interested as the soul is for this information, we have lost enough on this venture that we are willing to test this out to people with a slightly different skill set than our own. If at all possible, if the discoveries are something retrievable, it would be a thing we would like to get our hands on as a new piece of knowledge, and perhaps tied to historical events in ways that we obviously wouldn't be aware of at the moment. If you are able to get your hands on any of the discoveries, there is a temple in Corvus that would be much more equipped than us out in the field to deal with such things. Now, as freelancers, I'm sure compensation would be something you'd be keenly interested in.
Well, it certainly helps.
Especially if you talk about traveling long distances.
He'll, he'll be stroking his beard for a few moments.
Because I have a feeling you can teleport yourselves, but we do not have that luxury.
But we can, of course, pay transit to the village of Frosted Firs, which we know the citadel to be near. And you'll see in one of the other members make a few gestures if they're doing mental some mental math. As he's clearly been listening to the conversation.
I guess it's high time someone pulls out a map. I'll figure out where this is on the map.
I don't know if I have a map. I've got I don't. I've got maps of the various areas we've been to. I don't know if this would include this one or not.
I don't have any maps.
It's as the monk hasn't actually put the item on your map because you haven't officially accepted.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on the world map. It will be if you accept, though.
Well, it sounds like we're leaning that way anyway.
It's gonna be the person looks like they're doing mental math. Rounding up, we would be providing 900 silver for transit. With the remainder to be used for any miscalculation on our part to cover that margin. As if I'm correct, you would actually be needing around 880 silver. If I may, the other monk states, gesturing towards the one with the silver trimmed robes, the older man will nod and certainly step aside. This younger individual will step forward. Excuse me. This younger individual is looks to be a slender human. If there's no with the person's hood up and their manner of dress, you don't have any overt indications of any other race. As you seem very well equipped already, just from what I can see on you. The members of the Cobalt Soul here can offer a few restorative potions for you, along with considering the environment, warmer warmer gear if your proclivities towards the cold are less than nice on your well-being. We can also front a total value of 300 gold worth of gemstones as a advanced cost. Once you arrive at Corvus with the discoveries, or at least news of why none of our people have reported back, then I'm certain you can be rewarded with knowledge, of course. However, for those more of a materialistic bent, I'm sure we can come up with something reasonable. What would sound fair to you?
I don't see a problem with it. Does anyone else object?
No?
Because
I'm not opposed.
the way I look at it, I just want an idea of what they're trying to say is compensation for, telling us to go to the middle of nowhere. And they're not joking around, so this is serious to them, so. I'd be more than happy to help with whatever's going on. At least in my book. And if no one else has objections, then they want to pay for us to travel, which I don't know how much that really costs us since we have a Bordeaux.
Depends on how long and how quickly they want us to do it.
The younger person that you've been talking to looks a little surprised, and his eyes dart towards the older individual. The bearded one will take a few steps up to be more in the forefront. Oh, most of those you talk to have wanted much more upfront than we can provide. Your acceptance of this is much appreciated. He'll his hand will extend behind him, which another member of the Cobalt Soul will hand him a parchment with a that's wrapped closed.
Is there going to be a pear tree too?
Say what?
Is there going to be a pear tree as well?
No. Yes, this will show you where you need to be going. Okay. There should be a new location on the map.
Oh, they're on the peninsula. Frosted Firs.
Yep.
Firs.
Yep. That's how they spell it.
Yeah, fir trees, man. Of course we have to go to freaking Pinelands. Ugh. Also, if my memory serves me right, Corvus is the capital.
Yes.
Oh man.
As you can see, it's it's in one of the more more green mountains than that of either the Dragon Spine or I can never pronounce that. Shinya Mountains. Though, as Cobalt Soul has mentioned, you will be encountering rather cold temperatures, which is why they're willing to provide cold gear to you.
Hmm. I would respectfully decline just because I would want to get the fancy ones.
Oh, you're going to decline the cold weather gear? Okay.
Yeah, because I want to go buy fancy cold weather gear.
Okay.
I like my noble clothing, man. If I had to get cold weather noble clothing, I will do it.
One of the other members of the Cobalt Soul will approach with a small chest-shaped box that can be held in two hands, or in the case of someone like Kriv, which I imagine is again large in pretty much all proportions, one hand. This contains the 900 silver agreed upon. I'm sure there are many ships in port that would be willing to make this journey, unless you have some means of quicker travel.
I'm pretty sure our wagon's not faster than that.
And you haven't really given us an urgency, so I'd say we'd probably end up going by ship anyways.
No, as I understand it, the envoys of knowledge have been sent multiple times. Some
Brian, we're getting feedback from your background noise.
Sorry. One sec.
some a year ago, the more recent many months ago.
And none of them have returned?
No, and we do not know why. But the continued loss of members of the Cobalt Soul is something concerning, and we would, at the moment, rather be investigated by people other than ourselves at the moment. There are so many things going on on Ladrina right now that our manpower is being allocated to a variety of other things. The older bearded one will speak up. Such as any information that can be gleaned with what happened here, for instance, if it has any attachment to the recent ecological disaster around that was occurring around Winterhaven.
God, don't you like telling stories, don't you?
Depends on the
Would you
story.
want to take the time?
Oh. You know it as well as I do.
But you have a more elegant way of doing it.
Well, thank you, but I seem to be developing a sore throat.
That can be fixed with some wine.
Are you sure?
I mean, what's the worst that happens?
Very well. What was it? You have to refuse 3 times. um, Kodo, with one of the other members of the Soul, will go into the particulars of what happened surrounding Winterhaven.
Since we agreed to this, I'm gonna go talk to that ship captain before he decides to unload our wagon.
Okay. It looks like they're preparing to do that when you approach. You see the people getting the kind of getting the horses ready and getting basically everything ready for transport off the ship.
I'd get their attention to say, "Hey, we have a job for you. You might not want to unload that yet."
A few of the crew members will look at you. The first mate will notice you stopping them and call out from his somewhat distant position. Hey, what's going on?
We've been told to go somewhere. That would be more convenient to travel with you all to that place.
Oh, excellent! I'll let the captain know. Even if he agrees with our current docket of tasks, we wouldn't be disembarking for another 5 hours.
Well, the people who want us to do this have not made it a particular concern that it needs to be done quickly. So that's not a
At least
problem.
not that quickly.
Yeah. Because I figured if it was important, I would have mentioned, "Hey, Kodo, I'm pretty sure there's a tree over in this place. You want to just send us over there without the wagon?" But, they didn't make it seem like it's the end of the world or anything. Though I question their value of life when they're not really that concerned about people missing for over a year.
Well, that's why they send more people, but then those people disappeared too.
Yeah, this has been a snowballing, compounding problem.
It's so close to the capital, I'm surprised they haven't done more. That's what I'm saying. But
So if you go by land, you're looking at about 435 miles. If you, on top of that, there's terrain to deal with. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah, I'm not saying like it's not improbable. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Because if they were so concerned, why are people on the other side of the freaking continent the ones doing this?
I mean, if you want, you can ask for a bit more details. The member that mentioned the numbers just mentioned that one was sent a year ago and the most recent was sent a few months ago. So, by all means, you can ask more questions if you'd like.
I'm debating whether or not I want to try to open this can of worms further, and then just straight up call them fucking idiots. It's like you're not even like 500 miles away from the capital. You're telling me you sent one person a year ago and another person a couple months ago for something that would literally only take a couple days.
So basically they said the latest was sent a couple months ago.
But it's literally a couple days travel from the capital. So literally, if this was such an issue, could request assistance of the government, or the local garrison, or all the adventurers over there. Why are you requesting people from, I don't know,
Seriously, if you
Weeks of
if you are concerned about this, by all means ask.
I am, but at the same time, I'm afraid of the answer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
But I have more pressing things to do, aka convince the captain to go all the way over to basically the capital.
Once the first mate talks to the captain is as long as you're willing to pay standard fare, he's perfectly willing to transport you where you need to go. If anything, that means that I'll be getting more of uh, can she's ever vigilant lookout services.
Somebody gotten spoiled.
I think y'all do need to visit the kingdoms after this. But we need to go to Frosted Firs. What would that entail in terms of your services?
Well, considering that you have saved me some manpower, I will forgo the shipping rate on your Vardo. So we're looking at 886 silver.
Wait, I just want to make sure I heard that right. 886?
Yep.
Out of our budget of 900.
Cool. I'll just casually hand them that amount.
The captain in his nautical outfit and cap will just smile at the amount being handed to him. Ha ha! Ah, always good doing business with you.
It is always a pleasure.
Okay. With that, Kenshi, is there anything that you're doing during this timing? And there'll be you'll have 5 hours before the boat disembarks.
Let's see, I own cold weather gear. I know he checked to see if Aurora is still in town, but I know for plot reasons she's not, because I control that aspect.
Yep.
That would probably take an hour or two. Probably check to see if he can get any updated maps of the region they're heading to, since I seem to be the map guy.
Could I get a investigation roll to find like a good source information?
Yeah, not my best roll. Come on, proficiency. Damn you, proficiency.
Okay.
I don't know shit.
You'll be able to find you'll be able to find the local cartographers guild. Unfortunately, they are currently closed in respect and mourning for those lost in the recent diabolical actions of the false church. That being said, there is a apprentice cartographer that appears to be doing like inventory and tidying actions that does that does notice you, and through a few interactions, you're able to um, through purchase um, get a simple map of the area for silver.
Well, it's enough to figure out where the hell we're pointed, at least.
Something is better than nothing. So what's Tibbs doing during this whole time?
Yeah, that was a good question. What is Tibbs doing?
Sorry, I'm gonna say because Tristan said my mic was mute. I'm gonna say he said there was background noise. I just had to mute. I'll say Tibbs. It's not much for me to do while you guys are doing all of your investigation and arcana rolls that technically I am not good at. So, let's see. So, not much for me to do at the moment I can think of, or that I'd be good for. Or is there anything that someone can think of where I'd be useful here?
Do you need to stock up on spell components or anything?
Spell components. Talking to the cold soul if you want to.
I'll say, except for talking to them like, hey, how's about our gods, eh?
Mm.
Like, it's not much. I mean, any members who I talk to, talking to the more religious members of their crew, will probably be the only thing I can really do, because I'm like talking to their scholars. Everything they say will go over my head because, well, not so much go over my head, but I generally am not going to be able to roll high enough to keep up with how intelligent they are. Let's see. I don't need spell components because I stockpiled on them like a while ago, and I haven't gone through them yet. I stockpiled on them back when I had a bunch of money, and I pretty much gave all the rest of it away to poor people.
Oh, I have an idea. And I'll just make Tibbs suffer through it.
I say, yeah, yeah, I have. I must say, short of actually going out and like talking to. I mean, I guess I must say, where's the temple at?
What the?
You mean the one we raised?
The one you raised, or
Yeah.
the Temple of Ayun, or the Cobalt Soul?
Ayun. Do we know where it is around here?
Tamra itself,
Like, is it like noticeable?
doesn't have a active temple specifically of Ayun. If I remember correctly, they had like some sort of multi-denominational temple.
Oh, okay. The Universal Church. Gotcha.
Well, it's more that multiple religions got together to pool their resources for one worship space.
So all the poor ones got together and pooled their money to make one for everyone. Seriously, I was like, you've got these churches that had to pool all their resources, and then you've got the churches in Vasselheim or whatever.
Yeah.
Like fucking Church of Bahamut. Fucking billionaire.
Well, you're forgetting
Marvel
something.
church.
We're nowhere near the capital. We're nowhere near
I
a
know,
major city of commerce.
I know it's just funny where it's just like these guys basically have like your local slap together wooden church, and then you go like 50 miles west.
That's what happens when you
And
live
it's
in the
like a church made
boondocks.
got a church made out of fucking marble and gold and diamonds and shit. My temple is the spell component.
Which is consumed during the casting. Oh, wait!
I consumed the church in order to summon my god through the divine gate.
Yes, I'm totally doing that, by the way, David.
Okay. You can acquire said item for said specified price.
I'll do that.
Okay.
And how much is new noble clothes that would technically be good for colder weather? Can't remember how much noble clothes cost off the top of my head. Because, I have to have the fancy clothes.
Fancy clothes is usually is a minimum of gold. However, you're looking at cold weather gear specifically, as I recall.
The
For a fancy version of cold weather gear, you're gonna look at 15 to 22 gold, depending on how fancy your one.
I'm just wanting middle of the road fancy.
Okay, in which case 15.
Cool. I will pay for that.
Okay.
It's gonna be great. I'm gonna feel bad for someone though.
I said you
Uh,
have the item. The second part of that is up to you.
Oh, I know.
Okay. The potions that the Cobalt Soul said they would provide would amount to a greater healing potion for each party member and
Is that a greater and a what?
a greater healing potion for each party member and a greater mana potion for each party member.
Woo!
Oh wow! Holy
Oh
shit!
man.
Well, more specifically, each party member who appears to practice
Yeah.
magic.
None for the warlock. Yeah, I don't use mana anyway, so they wouldn't work on me.
Actually, they do restore spell slots.
I thought with the way the system is, everyone uses mana for their spells.
There'd be no point in warlock using mana because you can only cast at one level. Warlock has at my level, I have 3 spell slots of 4th level. That's all I have. I can't cast at a lower level. I can't cast at a higher level. I just have level 4.
Oh.
Because warlock. So it's like technically I have mana, but there's no point in calculating it in mana because I get no benefit from the mana system.
You just get your spells back.
Yeah.
It'll technically be better for you to just to take like a short rest and just like use hit points to get it back, right?
I don't even have to do that. I get my spell slots back on a short rest automatically.
Oh. Okay, never mind then. Fuck it. And unless there's some sort of spell that you absolutely have to cast, I can't think of any reason for you to expend a potion to get them back.
Yep.
Because I can't think of any spells that you can cast that, like, Kodo probably can't bullshit.
Or you, as the cleric.
I mean, I kind of thought that Warlock spells would be closer to Sorcerer spells.
No, warlock spells are their own entire system.
Yeah, they kind of sit somewhere between what is a sorcerer and a wizard in
where their spells are.
Not even.
They have
They get the least amount of spells in the game, but they get them back on a short rest. Again, I have 3 spell slots as an 8th level warlock.
I believe his spells are kind of fucked up.
Well, the advantage...
The advantage of the warlock is 1, you're a cantrip master, and 2, depending on which invocations you take, you get a lot of free spells.
They also get their spell slots rejuvenated with an hour of rest.
I'd say, yeah, and the fact that you get them back on a short rest. So the fact that I get mine on a short rest, whereas everyone else gets them back on a long rest, means with the way the game is designed, I, in theory, have the same number of spells as everyone else. Because the game assumes you're going to be taking 3 to 4 short rests a day. But obviously that depends on your party.
Yeah.
And the tempo of the flight.
I'll say a lot of it seems to be all the eldritch invocations and everything that he gets, to all these super benefits that like keep stacking and shit.
Yeah, it's like the invocations are really what makes the class. The spellcasting's just kind of there, unless you want to be a cantrip master, because they are amazing at cantrips.
Yeah. Bumping Blade is fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm. That's not cantrip. Yeah, that's a cantrip. You're right.
Just bumping Blade everybody out a window.
and again, I keep telling you, if you take Eldritch Blast and the I forget what the name of it is, but the Eldritch Blast version that lets you knock people around, you can just call that your extending sword.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hell, if you get the one that also lets you pull, you could say you
impale them and bring them in.
And bring them in.
Yeah. Warlocks are great at moving people around the battlefield against their will.
Man,
Yeah,
it would have
something
been
that
great
sorcerers
for
can't really do.
And in my case, based on the pact I got, mine also makes a passable rogue. As long as I have my cape, I'm a rogue.
I mean, technically, do you need that when Kodo can essentially just kind of, freeze time and stab people 12 times and keep on going?
I like having my ability to turn invisible in darkness and get sneak attack. It's only 2d6 of sneak attack, but it's nice.
That's a lot of damage. Also helps that you can hit people like 12 times.
Yeah. I mean, I only get sneak attack on one of them, but Eido on one, sneak attack on the other. Yeah.
It was like, I only do 1d6, but I do 1d6 12 times.
Yep.
And here I am just trying to shoot my gun twice.
That is your life goal.
Well,
I suppose you could just dual wield your guns. That will let you shoot twice.
Oh no, I still don't have extra attack.
No, but if you're dual wielding, you can use your bonus action to attack a second time.
I was going to say, technically, if you were a war cleric, you can attack twice in one turn, but it's technically a bonus action to do that.
Yeah, and he's a life cleric, so.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like in to do in the town?
How long are we here for?
You have 5 hours until the boat disembarks.
I will buy the most expensive wine with Electrum.
How big is this town?
How big is the what?
How big is this town?
In what scale? Are you talking people, size?
As far as like people size, is this like a little port town, or is this like a legitimate maybe 1,000 people here town?
As I recall, it was less than 1,000, but bigger than a tiny port. If it's the same town we were in before.
It is the same town.
Yeah.
General disposition of people here?
I'm pretty sure they're relatively content with us. We removed a cult that was trying to do evil things.
I mean, as far as monetary and so poor people here. Everyone seems
There's
to
poor
be
people everywhere, man.
I don't know.
Where
but
isn't
something
the
else,
poor at would be a better question.
I mean, less about the poor. It's are people here? Do they actually seem relatively well off, or well-to-do? They all have jobs and everybody just kind of gets by.
I'd say I'd say they probably have like 15% really poor people, because not everyone can make it in a port town.
Okay. Are they all in like one section of town, or are they just all over the place?
Um,
Is there like a poor section, like the slums or something?
That's usually where you congregate all your poor people.
yeah, there's a little bit of a slimming area. Of course, people kind of spread out from there.
Okay. So 15%. That'll be that. Okay. Cool. 15% of less than 1,000. I will head over to that section of town. I am going to ease the weight in my wallet.
How do you have money left?
I don't
Do you
have
even-
much. Actually, never mind. I do. I've pretty much spent all of my gold, but I didn't really spend any of my platinum. But I do have a bunch of silver that I don't need. So I'm going to give out 100 silver pieces.
Okay.
Let's see. I had 109. So it was like 100 silver people to the poor. Divvy that out. Did any of them look hurt or sick?
Well, of course, since you're dealing with dealing with poor people, some will be hurt, others will be sick, others more will be just fine.
Okay, let's see. Um, I'll say. I know I have something here. Where is it? Crap, I don't have enough time to do that.
Okay, I play a game too much because in silence I just hear the freaking music with the menu playing in the back of my head.
Alright. Yeah, screw it. Alright. I guess I'll say patch up people who are here who are like hurt and sick.
Okay.
I'll say patch up people who are hurt and sick. If they look hungry, and let's see. Let's see if they have like. Oh, they're at a port, so they don't have a well. Okay, so they have access to clean water.
Yes, we are in the Republic. We have indoor plumbing.
Okay.
And heating. And I guess if you're closer to the desert, you have AC as well.
Well, I mean, we are limited. We only have so much, technology here, right?
Okay.
A stone of
Um,
cooling.
This is Final
Alright,
Fantasy,
and- Cool. I will.
I
I
expect there to
will.
be AC in a steampunk land.
15 times.
Yes, because we figured out how to make our burning hot water into cool air.
Well, no. The reason why.
But really, it's not a
Is-
problem because they don't have any desert territory. There's a mountain in the way which keeps it cool.
Fair enough. That's
Okay.
actually a good point.
I will cast Create Food and Water 6 times,
Okay.
and that should be able to feed 90 people, which, based on your estimate, should cover all the poor people here.
Cool.
All right. So now they have each of them has at least one silver piece, which might be able to get them by for a little bit. They have been their injuries and wounds have been taken care of, and they have food for the day. Okay. Cool.
Such a kind soul this cat is.
Well, I mean, what else do I need this money for?
To buy better equipment if we ever go somewhere that has it.
I have God. I don't need equipment.
Okay.
You can
God
tell
gave
yourself
me a
that.
gun. He gave me a gun and a backpack. That's all I need. Actually, I have all the equipment I need. I have a traveling party.
I think you need to make a defense roll. To resist being grappled.
Um. So the thing then, huh?
No, I was just joking. 'Cause I
You,
just
you said to defend being against what?
being grappled.
I think I'm all for it. Hold up.
Don't worry. The thing will eventually happen, but I don't think it's cold enough for that yet.
Okay. Unless there's anything else people are going to be doing. Getting on the boat. The captain will inform you that he does have other tasks to do after dropping you off.
Wait, there was one thing. You didn't tell me the cost of the wine. So
Oh,
I'm not going to just make Kodo go speak to people he doesn't particularly like and tell him I'm going to get him very nice wine. And did not get him that nice wine.
Oh, there you go.
I expect to see that 17 pop up again. I'm just kidding.
I just respond, you should double check
Okay.
your portals.
If you look, 10 gold a bottle.
I just had one bottle, so I'll do that. Thank you.
Kiddo thanks you for the bottle if you're going to give it to him.
I mean, it's the only right thing to do.
This is the way.
This is the way. I like the shadow on the Vardo. It looks like it's naturally covering the name. Okay, for those training or developing items or anything, this will be a nice chunk of time for you. It'll be 28 days at sea.
Yay, 28 days later.
I'm sorry, Tibbs. You just cannot escape.
What are you doing?
According to chat,
Petting the
it's
Tibbs.
Tet the Tibbs.
That's all that would have happened.
Okay.
when we were on the other side of the continent.
Okay.
When you get to
I'm skeptical of this.
when you get near the land, the captain will allow you and your cargo to disembark, thanking you for your service and wishing you luck on your journey.
Cool.
The air around here is a bit cooler, and as you travel up the mountain, it will get cooler still. While you, of course, can see this in the distance as you approach, there will be some snowfall.
Woo, snow.
It's been a while since we've seen snow.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a big map. I need to zoom out. This makes the next thing I'm gonna do to you even more funny. Since there is snow.
No.
So Tibbs, are you cold?
I'm a Maine Coon, so no. I'm
Damn.
literally bred to not be cold. I came from the equivalent of New England here, so I don't know what that would be. And the New England equivalent of Ladrina.
You think these are based on European regions? I have no idea.
What's the coldest place here?
The coldest place would be in the Adamantine Isles.
Okay, then, so I should be able to tolerate that.
Okay.
Which is the equivalent of like northern Scotland and Ireland.
So any place that snows a decent amount.
Mhm.
This is quite the interesting map.
Ah, thank you. They
For a
didn't
minute,
provide
I
me a
thought-
map, so I had to make my own.
For a minute, I thought we were in a pachinko game.
A thick bounty of snow coats the ground. Mounds of snow crops up here and there within your lane of sight. There is a cobblestone road that looks like the inhabitants have been keeping clear, or at least clear as best they can. In the distance, you can see bridges over partially surface frozen river. Oh, yeah. There are people in hide armor moving about. Many of them have looks like a game that they have acquired from hunts and such. Many of the buildings have um, like steam exhaust coming out of them as you can tell that there must be furnaces in play. Thankfully, due to the snow, effective water is plentiful for you know for keeping furnaces and such functioning. Um, for those with a passive perception of above of 15 or above, you will actually notice some piping along the ground, which aids in keeping the cobblestone streets clear. It's more just there to make sure it doesn't solidify into ice, so it can be easily moved out to the sides or into large piles elsewhere. According to the Cobalt Soul, this is the closest village, the village of Frosted Firs, to that of the Citadel in the Clouds. Though there are notes that also has some other names of the Gleaming Citadel, the Citadel of Storms. There's a couple different names that it goes by. But as for actually seeing a citadel, you don't see anything of the sort in Frosted Firs itself.
Sounds like we need to ask for directions.
The inn sounds like a good place to go first.
It is rather cold. It's enough that you can feel it a little bit through your cold winter gear for those wearing it. If you accepted the gear from the Cobalt Soul instead of buying your own, it would be in Cobalt Soul colors. But the kind of nippiness that you're feeling, you can tell that even with the winter gear, long enough milling about will eventually cause health issues. But you guys are intelligent, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue unless you're forced to endure rather strenuous things.
Which is very common for our line of work.
There is a excuse me. The building in front of Kenshi appears to be a person's home, from what you can tell, versus any kind of group or market building. While I do, of course, have some tokens on the map, there are more people than this moving around. The hunters are more what's being portrayed here. The other people are doing chores like, again, making sure the roadways are clear. Some are checking to make sure that the lamps are in good order. There are children, mostly engaged in snowball fights.
As you do.
They're kids. They're not responsible for anything.
A few appear to be helping one or two of the hunters with their game. Things like meat prep, stuff like that. A few of the kids with supervision are tending to some of the heating elements, but again, the majority of the kids are just having like snowball fights.
Well, I figure our best bet might be the one where one usually goes to gather such information. The tavern!
Okay.
Or there's a local academic, adventurers guild, but usually the tavern.
There's
It's usually a tavern first. And if it's not there, we didn't find whatever academic person's here.
there's the Mad Goat Inn that you can see on the map, which is also doubling as a tavern. Next to it is Heart's Hearth, which because it's so close to the inn, you will have a few people again in appropriate cold weather gear attire. Though you'll note is a little more showy than what you're wearing, but for people who live here, they may have been used to a certain level of cold. As I recall, none of the active party members have like cold resistance or immunities.
Only Sarah's character.
Well, yeah,
'cause,
Sarah, but she's not active.
Yeah, I don't have anything against cold specifically, just acid.
I don't know if my cape does something. It's supposed to wear in any moderate temperature. So that would not apply here.
Okay.
So yeah, I have to actually wear I think all of us have to wear the cold weather gear.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything though.
Because I couldn't
specifically
remember
deal
if
with
the coat
it.
was mad temperature skilled or not.
Okay.
I can double check my key abilities and things, but I don't think
I
there's
don't
anything
think
that actually
monk
affects
has
it.
immune to temperature, at least not for the monk you took.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
that's
they
why I was
don't.
like, I don't think there's anything.
They get a lot. That isn't one of them. The way of the elements may get something,
Mm-hmm.
but okay. Except for Tibbs, can I get a charisma roll from folks? Straight charisma.
Is my charisma? I know it's not my big one. That's what I thought. There we go.
Build. And you just saying straight charisma.
Straight charisma.
I mean, technically, I could do something about this, but I don't think that people would appreciate it. So,
What, making charisma checks?
Hmm?
What, making charisma checks?
no, helping people with their. You said people here are cold, correct?
No, he just said it's a cold place and people are dressed for it.
Yeah, though they're dressed in slightly less furs than you guys because they grew up in the environment. For instance, if they left here, places you'd be comfortable in, they may find warm.
Fucking show. You own a shirt, damn it.
What's that?
Stop breaking my bed.
Oh, that was my headset falling off. You need to stop
I
doing
say I'm like I have blankets.
We have a bunch of blankets in the loot crate, I think.
Okay, that's that.
I say I have
by
five
the way-
blankets.
Or is that the other loot
Hold
crate?
it.
I think that's the other loot crate.
I just remember one of them's tracking a bunch of blankets.
I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I have
Yeah.
I have five blankets in my bag. So if people need them, people won't just layer up in blankets.
Okay. Just confirm you guys are approaching the inn.
That would be, yeah.
Someone needs
It's
to
the
like,
first
sit on the
place
back
to
of
be
the,
able to get information, so I don't see why we wouldn't.
If someone needs to, I can act like a shawl and just sit on the back of your neck.
It even vibrates.
I'd appreciate that. I'm cold. I technically Dragonborn are warm-blooded, but I don't like the cold.
Okay.
But yeah, David, totally doing that.
Okay. Tibbs, I will need a I'll need a defense roll from you.
I swear to God, someone's trying to eat me.
Would that be a defense or a grapple save?
This is something slightly different. I know, and you can see it. So something slightly different.
Go ahead, roll 20. You know you want to do it. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
It's because I'm not trying to do
Do
it.
it.
You know how this works. You can connect, I can't. It's Q.
You are smacked in the side with a large snowball.
Ah!
You'll hear a
Survive as an ancient gold dragon taken out by a snowball. Yeah, that's...
you will take 1 point of cold damage, as unfortunately this bit of snow had some ice in it.
Oh, one of those assholes.
You'll hear a pitched voice about 35 feet away going, "Got him!" The source
So
of
I'm
the
about to
voice...
cast Animate Dead.
Say what?
I said I'm about to cast Animate Dead.
The pitched voice from the pint-sized individual disappears behind this wall of snow.
Okay. I bet. Let's see how your wall of snow stops the dawn. I'm not gonna do that.
Are you fucking recasting Dawn?
No, I'm not gonna cast dawn. Firestorm would be funny, but I have so many things to deal with these kids. Oh my god.
I'll just
Ooh,
casually pick up the Tibbs while he's distracted.
Firestorm would be so great. Oh my god. There's a part of me just wants to wait for him to come back out and then just cast Banish. If he doesn't come back, if he doesn't come back in a minute, then we know he was a demon.
That's a really fucked up way of doing things. Just saying.
You know what? Here we go. It says ice, right? Now I'm about to say they went behind a snow wall.
Yeah.
Okay. No, they probably. No, I'll say no. They probably get hypothermia if I threw water at them.
Yeah.
Is that we're trying not to kill kids?
Let's not be mean to the kids.
Not being mean to the kids, but kids need to learn that you gonna get what you owe. Man, clerics don't really come with spells that allow them to fuck with people.
You don't use magic to fuck with people, and you just don't do that.
As a cleric, you usually don't do that. If you're using magic offensively, you are bringing down the wrath of God, which usually does not come down in small bits.
This is true.
It's...
Unfortunately, I don't have snow bullets. So.
Yeah, you don't have a
right.
Raric snowball swarm.
Okay.
I mean,
cool.
if you had if you're a bard, you might be able to just use magic to fuck with people because that's kind of what bards do.
Like I said, basically anybody but cleric.
Okay.
Cleric does not go on the offense in small doses.
I got an idea. I'm going to.
I don't think cantrips would work it. Go ahead.
I'll say I'm going to make a snowball. And I'm going to make my way over to those. I'm going to make my way over to where those, near where those kids were.
Okay.
I'm going to run over there, and as I'm running over there, I'm going to cast Create or Destroy Water. and get rid of the wall that they're hiding behind.
Okay.
And I'm going to chuck a snowball at them.
The wall crumbles as the water that comprises the snow, vanishes. Okay. Make it a hit roll, please.
What is that? Just D20 plus Dex, or?
Yeah. And this should be improvised, so yeah. Plus Dex. Unless you're proficient in improvised weaponry.
Or snowballs.
Or snowballs.
I swear to God, if you nat 20. Okay.
And the kid explodes.
I mean, they have like what, maybe one level, so like less than 8 hit points most likely.
They're a commoner. They have no levels, and I think 2 hit points.
Well, I didn't put ice in mine, unlike these fucking sadistic kids.
No, that was more for
Oh, hey,
Eric's
it's a cat.
understanding of how squishy, commoners, the village people are.
With the collapse of the wall, the kids are a bit shocked. He sees a snowball heading towards them. The child leaps out of the way, only for it to hit him directly in the chest.
I was like, I swear to God, if your child dies from a snowball to the chest.
The cat is the first civilian murderer of the party.
It was just a snowball. Your
No
village is a weak-
excuses.
Technically, is he dead? Yes. Is he, though? Just like subtle cast resurrection.
That would involve a ritual in this world, if I recall. I don't think you can really hide that.
I can have Revivify.
As a Revivify is I think an action, so yeah, you can get away with Revivify with the feats he took, but anything beyond Revivify takes at least an hour, so yeah, that's not hiding.
Okay. The kid gets up, brushes himself off. We have a strong opponent here, kitty.
About to have a fight with these kids.
The kid will
Yo,
stand
Chris,
up,
handle my light work.
look around, put his fingers in his mouth and make a whistling sound before announcing, "Beholders of the snow, assemble!" As these other kids, some actually emerging from the snow, being buried under some a soft amount of it, just get up from the snow. Others come out from houses or other tiny snow forts, all armed with snowballs.
Hey, yo, Crib, handle my light work.
You're gonna owe me if I step into this.
They
I'm
are.
about to say, oh, you. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be fun. I'm about to say, I'm gonna look at Kenshi. I'm like, Kenshi. It was like, Kenshi, you wanna in on this?
5 of the kids the 5 kids are throwing snowballs at you. Though unfortunately, one of them accidentally beans the one that you initially hit in the back of the head. Ow!
Kenshi, you want in on this snowball fight? When was the last time you had a snowball fight?
It's been a while.
When's the next time you're gonna get to beam? When is the next time you're gonna get to beam a kid in the head with a snowball? And technically, they're not helpless opponents.
200 years old, and here I am fighting kids.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not fighting. You're training them to fight.
That's Kenshi's outlook on it. I'm just like, are we really going to do this? I feel like I'd hurt them if I do anything.
I mean, if you go over there and suplex them, yeah, but I mean, if you throw a snowball at them, it's not gonna.
Okay.
You're talking about a monk with 20
Don't
straight
punch them.
attacks.
Can you throw a non-magical snowball at him? That'd be great.
It wouldn't be magical.
I mean, technically, anything you grab and throw would be magical.
Really?
It did -2 damage.
Well, no, because they're so low, but there's a slight chance there's some ice in it. The two that struck you, one just spatters off you. The other one has a little bit of ice in it. It does 1 point of cold damage. The others you're able to evade, except for the one that actually hit their own ally. With the fact that the leader has been hit with the back of the head with a snowball, the beholders of snow suddenly turn on themselves, causing it to be a free-for-all.
This is the perfect time. Attack them while they're fighting amongst each other.
While this is going on, are the rest of you again going towards the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my sheet and going, this is not fair if I do this.
That's exactly what I was saying it that way.
No, I'm looking at this like, I have a +6 dex right now. So that would be Snowball +6. And then I have the Thrown Arms Mastery feat that says if I miss it, the snowball would boomerang back to me.
Just somehow?
Somehow.
Oh, wow, wait a second, it boomerangs back to you?
When you miss with a thrown weapon attack using a light weapon, which I'm pretty sure a snowball counts as, the weapon immediately boomerangs back into your grasp.
Wow.
So,
And then we combine that with all my flash step shit. It's like, no, that's not fair. That's like, that'd be Euroichi in a snowball fight. We're not doing that.
that would be you. For me, they wouldn't be able to hit me. And I would be at snowball +5. So I'd be like,
I don't see why people aren't willing to do this. This sounds amazing.
I just feel bad for the kids because I could sit there and freaking do the moonwalk and they wouldn't be able to do anything to me. They literally wouldn't stand a chance against me or Kenshi.
As part of the fun.
For those heading towards the end, as I mentioned, the Heart's Hearth has a few people outside. Most of the people here are humans, though one of the ones in the Heart's Hearth is does actually appear to be a Dragonborn and waves at you, Kriv. Hey there.
I'll just nod and wave back.
You want to come over here?
Where's over here?
Someone's not immune to the cold.
Over here is the Heart's Hearth, where people will be warm for the duration of their stay. It is what you're probably thinking it is.
I think I'll pass for now. Because I am here on business.
I think she wants your business.
The option's always open when you're through. Okay. Tibbs, are you staying outside to mess with the kids, or are you going inside?
Are we? I'm about to say if they're fighting amongst each other, then there's no reason for me to.
Okay. Yeah, a poorly rolled critical miss caused friendly fire, so you know how kids are.
Alright. I'm willing to bestow them with the forgiveness of God. You know.
Bahamut will show you mercy this day, children.
I'll say, and I will not summon down any 9th level spells on them.
I wasn't aware that was even an option.
Okay.
Must say ninth level spell to fight children in a snowball fight?
Yeah.
Technically, yes.
I mean, if you were a sorcerer and you can cast meta magic to make it non-lethal, then it would be, but you're not that.
No, I'm not. Technically, if I start a snowball fight with these kids, I'll end up starting a snowball fight with everything in like a 10-mile radius.
Yeah, let's not destroy the town in your way of trying to play.
That's the reason why I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do it. I didn't take any fun spells today.
No, the cleric is all business today.
Well, clerics aren't really fun people, so no, I didn't.
That depends on your cleric.
I don't know. Kion was pretty fun.
I mean, the closest thing I could do to fun would be to summon a unicorn, and unicorns can sometimes be dicks. And the last thing I want to do, like, go play with the kids, and then the unicorn goes to tramples them or some shit.
I mean, if you summon a unicorn to specifically play with kids, I think the unicorn would be a jackass at that point. It's
Yeah,
like,
I'm like, go play with
you did what?
kids.
For what? Yeah, no.
I mean, technically it's supposed to listen to me, but I mean, I don't
Its
trust
interpretation of
unicorns.
play is its own interpretation. It could be a genie,
Yeah.
in a sense. It will do what you literally say.
Okay. The Mad Goat is a two-story building. And the only building you can see that is made of a combination of stone and metal. Though the roof is made of a slanted wooded material. There are many people in here. All of them wearing some level of furs, though a few are more armored than others. Most of the ornaments you're seeing here are things like axes and daggers, though a few people do have swords. All appear to have some form of ranged weapon on them, whether they be a small set of light knives or bows. A few have crossbows that are either next to their chair on their or on their hip, depending on the size of crossbow that the particular person is carrying. The table of three. There must have been a recent joke or something, as one of the people at that table is laughing rather loudly, though their clothing is a bit more ostentatious than the rest of them. The furs, for instance, have like highlights in them. The guy has a little bit of a pot belly.
You want to do the classic start with the innkeeper?
Specifically, I am... Can I not click on this person?
No.
Oh, that's why.
It's like, I want to start with the innkeeper. Innkeeper. I don't know nothing about nothing.
This person with the yellow dot is the pot-bellied individual. That's doing the laughing. There's a number of other people. The person in the upper right corner is apparently eyeing you guys as you guys enter, as your manner of dress, while whether appropriate, is clearly distinctive from everyone else's.
Well, they can look all they want.
As long as they don't start shit.
And don't start nothing, there won't be nothing.
Quick spit into a jar so that they know that you mean business.
I don't think they need to do that when they can literally see a 7-foot tall, extremely buff person. And then another very dangerous looking person. And then there's a Kodo. I don't know how to really describe Kodo. He's a mage.
He's Asian.
He looks normal until he decides to cast magic, and then everyone becomes terrified of him.
Speaking of Kodo, he does look a bit annoyed. It probably has to do with the fact that some of the kids in the inn are either tugging on or hugging into his fluffy tails.
Wherever you go, people like you.
This I must say, Tails will be like, this will go well towards preparing your God King image.
I don't know anyone
And
who
hey,
knows that.
At least they're paying more attention to you than the talking cat that is a giant ball of fur covered in snow. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a Tibbs at the table, because Tibbs would probably be trying to run away.
Tiz would just probably cast Sanctuary and just go on about his business. You are compelled to pet someone else.
Well, I suggest we order some food and see if anyone here knows anything. What are you going to say? About what? Kodo will look crazy. Nothing you need to concern yourself with. One of the other kids go, it must be something adult. I bet you killed someone.
Jesus Christ, how fucked up are these kids? Hey, the adults want to go into another room and talk. I bet they killed someone. Jesus. These kids are dark. What the fuck is wrong with this time?
Third kid will go.
I'm just gonna sit here trying not to have this confused look.
The third kid will go. Did you eat them?
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Kenshi. I'm like, yo, man, we gotta get up out of here.
I would not. Hearing that, I would just start laughing.
Kodo just has this very schooled look on his face, like he's intentionally keeping it straight.
He's like, these kids. Hey, yo, you don't jump to conclusions like that. Normal kids don't jump to conclusions like that. Something's wrong here. I think. Hey, Tristan, I think we're in Raranapur.
Yeah.
Something's
And the
wrong.
only reason why Riv is laughing is the fact that Kodo has only tried to eat one person, and it was him.
At least that you know of.
I mean, there
When he was
a
God
God
King, he
at
ate
one
everyone.
point. But I'm just trying to think of that, and then I just remember all the times he's been shot with arrows, or stabbed, or punched, or thrown in the freaking lava.
Wait, what was you
I
throwing
mean, to be
lava?
fair, people-
Okay, that one's exaggerated. Stabbed, punched, to become a porcupine, and electrocuted. It's like, him eat someone? Nah. Little babe, no.
The elder individual in the south area near the door right here will look over to the kids. Stop harassing the young man.
Says to the oldest person in the fucking nation.
Probably on the planet.
You know, children, if you bother a yokai, they could eat you.
I'm just gonna keep snickering and just look at Kenshi.
Actually, let me see here. Let me see how brave these kids are right
Is
now.
that true? Is that true? I'll say, is that true, Kenshi? Do you eat people when people anger?
I mean, I try not to.
Try not to.
Well, I mean, there was that one time with
some-
that dragon, but, where I was really hurt and really pissed, and it did help with my feeling better.
But you were trying to eat the wyvern, not the dragonborn. If I recall, in that fight.
Oh wow!
I don't know, I was feral. I wasn't sure what I was aiming at aside from whatever's close.
Wow, for real, these kids. What if they'll be like, okay, and like let go and move away.
These kids are badass.
One
We
of
can
the-
recruit them.
One of the other kids will say, "That's just yeah, that's just a story, Nana." The other one will go, "Yeah," just clearly just agreeing with the other kid without even really thinking about it.
Kodo, you should eat one of them just to prove a point. Assert your dominance. Take a bite out of their arm.
I don't like joking about this, but we do have a cleric here. If you feel so inclined, but I would be disappointed in someone of such a godly nature that must maintain a divine appearance.
You see, the thing is, these kids aren't worth my time. Hey, that's mean!
I just noticed, where did this sexy dragon come from?
She was trying to proposition Kriv when on the way in.
There's a building next to the inn you're in called the Heart's Hearth.
And it is exactly what you think it is.
Dinner debauchery.
Yes.
Not that your religion particularly cares, but yes.
Well, not really. I'm like, we're all about, smashing chicks is all about justice.
I'll say, the reason I didn't ask for a charisma roll from you is because they don't consider you any kind of valid target for their propositions.
Awesome.
You're just a cat.
Wait,
They were looking at the three human-ish characters.
The three things that are walking on two legs instead of four.
Yes. And they chose Kriv over the two yokai. Even though I feel like that's disrespectful to the yokai.
Well,
I'm pretty sure
you look
both
more their
yokai
type.
have better charisma stats than me.
You look more their type.
Har.
Well, think about it. At least according to the old lady that just spoke, apparently there's a story about yokai that eat people. So, do you want to risk propositioning that?
I don't know. Yeah,
That's right,
definitely.
we're in the middle of nowhere. Well, technically not the middle of nowhere, it's only 500 miles from the capital. But still, effectively
I don't know
middle
much
of nowhere.
I don't know much about yokai, but first thing I would think when I think yokai is kind of snobby.
I mean, we have a prime example of that.
He did used to be king of the world. He kind of gets a.
Exactly.
gets an excuse to believe that he's better than everyone because at some point in his life he was better than everyone.
Have you noticed he's become a little more humbled every time he gets pelted with arrows?
That's just because he hasn't been restored. His divine right has not been restored yet.
His arrogance has dropped from Doctor Doom to Yami from Yu-Gi-Oh. Who's good there?
A waitress will come around and be like, just take a table. We have goat stew. We have some veal. We have goat patties. And of course, carrot and stuff if you want that. Plenty of stews. Got some hot water if you want it.
All these goats, you think they'd cast in a ritual?
Well, we are the mad goat. If you don't want goat, then find somewhere else. Good luck with that, though.
Goat's fine with me. We'll take some of that, vegetable stuff you were also trying not to sell me.
You want some carrot, broccoli, apples, tomato, eggplant.
Yeah, a little bit of all of that, just on the side with the goat.
Okay, yeah. Pencil it down.
Just trying to round out the diet a little bit.
You'll hear it, nah, from one of the kids.
I like how Kenshi is trying to not
that
be
one
the
kid,
stereotype.
upon hearing about the dreaded veggies, will disembark from the table. There's still one kid left.
I'm sorry, I am Asian. I am required to have a well-rounded diet.
With children and vegetables.
Seriously, it's amazing how willful these kids are.
I have a strict diet of disobedient children.
My name is Krampus.
She'll look over to you, Kriv. Oh no, you look like someone who'll eat a whole goat. Which we can't serve you. However, we can serve you several servings.
I'll just take an apple.
I'm sorry?
I would like just an apple, please.
Pencils it down.
The cat will raise his hand for goat.
She'll crouch down. Oh, does someone actually want some protein? Oh, I'll give you extra.
Oh.
And she'll get back up on her feet. Pencil some down. What?
I'll take some out offense.
Connor will order some goat stew with mixed vegetables in it, topped with an egg.
So, Kenshi, I'm surprised you don't decide to take advantage of the benefits of your other form. You could do so many things and take advantage of so many things if you did that more often. Like Tibbs here is getting free food.
As the waitress walk up, did I say it was free? One of you's paying for it.
Yeah, see?
Who owns them?
I'll slap a silver on it.
I guess I stand corrected.
I'm pretty sure she's giving me extra for a cat. So, so I mean, I'll put a silver on the table.
It's a-
That
you're-
should cover my portion.
You're technically getting extra for free, so
Besides, years of despite many years of Aurora attempting as such, my other form can't use chopsticks very well. Technically forms, the lack of thumbs and all.
You can't hold chopsticks in your paws.
My other forms don't have thumbs.
Since
I
you
know,
were
that's what I'm saying.
since you were just wanting an apple, it's 2 copper.
Okay, I'll leave a silver.
Well, you asked for more than you were asking for more than an apple, so I just wanted to point that out because like Crips has really asked for like a single small thing.
I'll say, I'm surprised you managed to get an apple in the fucking tundra.
They said they had it.
Yep, they have it.
Probably the same place they found baby cow.
Yeah, that one actually got me.
I'm just trying to figure out how we have tundra this close to the ocean. That's the part that's like, huh?
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not
I'm
me pulling a
gonna
spoonie. I mean, there's
something-
there's actually a reason for
Oh, I'm
it.
sure there is. There's just kind of, I was looking at where you put it on the map, and it was like, huh? Okay, there's a world feature that just became canonized.
Okay.
Something Canada.
For
I'll place it.
for Kenshi and Kodo, it'll be 3 silver.
I would be giving it gold. Actually, no. Just because I still have it. It would be an electrum.
He said an electrum.
You burning them electrum.
Okay.
Still
Tips the retirement years. The after years.
Was it 3 silver? 4 silver?
3 silver.
See, you can do this without banging my foot. All right.
Nice.
Better yet, I'll pay for everyone's stuff. So, just give everyone just give a bunch of electrum. So you said it was 7 of silver between the 2 of them, and I guess 1 for the cat.
It's three silver each for Kodo and Kenshi. 1 silver for Tibbs, considering he's getting he's getting extra for a cat. They're just not charging as much because it's a cat, and she finds him cute.
Yeah.
For you, it's 3 copper because you just wanted an apple.
So, 2 pieces of electrum it is.
Oh yeah, you can get
It's
rid of those 2 points of
bad.
exhaustion. Okay. Emails will come around and it'll be eating them. The person in the corner has still been looking at you guys.
The one with the yellow dot?
No, the one with the yellow dot was the man in the fancier furs. The figure in the upper right.
So, all these people I can't see because I have...
Because I am night blind.
Ah, yes. Okay. This person in the apparently darkened corner.
I'm about to say, there's light sources in that room. It should be working for you.
Oh, I know. I just looked at his line of sight. He has vision, but there's not enough light over there
it's
for
a
him
dim
to
light
be able
spot.
to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally have like a 5-foot circle around me.
It's intimate mood lighting. Brian, you're doing it again.
It just has weird sounds in the background, but when you talk, it's fine.
Yeah, I'd say it's just you need to reset your mic occasionally by actually speaking up. So
Yeah,
otherwise, we hear your TV or whatever that is.
yeah,
It tries to pick up, it increases the gain because it thinks you're just being quiet.
yeah. Is there anything you guys want to do like while you're eating, or just kind of listening around?
For the moment, I'm just eating.
Um,
Casually snacking.
I guess as soon as I'm done eating, stroll around, be a tavern cat, be nosy and listen to people's conversations as I stroll by, and then just come back.
Okay. There's some random conversation, but things of note. You'll hear the potbelly person, the person with the yellow dot, be drinking something from a tankard and eating some food and leaning in and saying, and in the next few months, that's when I plan on bringing in 2 flocks to frosted furs. That should double the amount of food that we could serve. It was one of the brothers say, flocks? Yes, flocks. Do we really need eggs? Of course we need eggs. I mean, I like the goat as much as any townsfolk, but my village needs eggs. He pounds his fist on the table for emphasis.
I'll go back and tell people about the impending chicken influx.
That
that threatens
truly
the
sounds
goat market.
quest-worthy.
That threatens the vast goat market here.
As you're wandering around, the person in the darkened corner will have a piece of spiced goat meat between their fingers and is low to the ground as if he's trying to attract you over.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, it's a trap.
Does he look suspicious?
It's a guy sitting in a dark corner just been eyeing us this whole time.
He looks a bit grizzled. Has the outfit of a trapper. The animal furs he has are matted, though it's a overwear. What's under it is looks like old, possibly rusting chain, like perhaps a chain shirt. You're not seeing any indication of any other mail. Looks like he has recently finished some goats from goat stew. While you see some pock marks and lines in his face, you also see that he has short, pointed ears poking out of his grayed hair. His hair's a bit wiry. His body itself is somewhat thick set for someone of possibly elven blood. However, what's most noticeable is next to him is a huge axe propped up on the wall. The axe looks like it has seen much use over the years.
Yeah.
And currently he's leaned
Sure.
down some with a bit of meat in his hand as if he's trying to attract you over.
Sure. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Sniff, shuffle, shuffle, sniff. Shuffle, sniff, sniff. Shuffle.
Ah, good. Good, kitty. Here you go. Here's the meat. I even spiced it some for you.
I
So,
will sit up. And I will take it in my paws. And I will hold it. Just kind of look at him.
it'll be looking at you. So, what can... Oh, that's pretty good. What can you tell me about your friends over there? You're not from here, are you? Hmm. He'll
Gonna kind of cock my head to the side a little.
he'll slowly reach out, with the back of his hand low to the ground, moving it towards you, so you can sniff it. He's trying to be non-threatening.
Do I smell threat?
You smell the sense of someone who's clearly been like out and hunting.
Do I smell death?
Um, of like animals.
Oh, okay. Do I smell anything that smells like cats?
Not specifically.
Oh, okay. Alright. I'll lean over, sniff his hand real quick.
Okay, he'll slowly move to pet you. Looks like maybe you got a cleric. Maybe you got people that are taking good care of you. That's a nice coat you have there. Might might not be enough. Might not be enough for this cold weather, though. Maybe not traveling here too much. Oh, do you have a bag on you? Are they using you as a pack cat? Oh, they sound mean, don't they? Mean using you as a pack cat. What kind of stuff you have in the pack there? Are they traveling No, they're not traveling minstrels. Are they adventurers? Are they, kitty?
Performers, no.
Tibbs doesn't consider us adventurers, so nah, he probably wouldn't consider them that. I'll say, yeah, no, I'll say Tibbs doesn't consider us adventurers, so he wouldn't actually agree to that. Yeah, Tibbs will just kind of like look, just like confused, like he's trying to figure out what the hell this guy's trying to get at.
Are you travelers? I see they have some winter gear on.
Tibbs will kind of nod.
Oh, is that yes? Oh, you're a smart kitty, aren't you? With his other hand, he'll reach, reach into his outfit and take a small rolled piece of parchment and try to tuck it in your collar. Why don't you give this message to your friends over there? And
Tibbs will
he'll withdraw the petting hand.
Okay. Tibbs will turn around, kind of trot back over to the table. Hop up on top of the table. Pull out the piece of paper and just set it in the middle of the table.
Okay. As Tibbs mentioned, there'll now be a piece of paper on the table that was apparently tucked in his collar.
And you guys are welcome to open it.
Sure.
I'll say I can't open it because it makes me look suspicious.
Okay. um, X Grinder, Master Gladiator, Master Hunter, Journeyman Guide, and all around strongman. If any of these things interest you, please see me. You can find me by my large axe.
He's looking for work.
And there'll be a tiny sketch of like what is clearly supposed to be representative of a large great axe.
I like this guy. He's humorous. Like, hey, you need a guy who can do axes? I can do axes. I got a note that you guys pulled an axe out of the ocean.
As you guys are looking at this, the pot-bellied man will stand up, clearly somewhat inebriated. Attention! It has been decided that there will now be more eggs for the tavern and village. There'll be a few groans. We all know that that our precious goats and meats may one day succumb to a harsh winter. Chickens will be the future. There'll be a few other groans, but some of the people will be making notes of, okay, that makes sense. Another personal shout. What about? Okay. But what about the meat? There'll be another person that will say, "Yeah, Merc. What about the meat?" Now. I will look into procuring more goats and other meat sources and ways to safely store it given our weather conditions. And of course, more ale. People were beginning to kind of get annoyed with the idea of no more goat meat, but then when he mentioned ale, there'll be several sounds of "ah" as people raise their mugs.
At least this guy knows how to work his. At least this guy knows his audience. We're gonna raise the taxes. Boo.
Well, a drunkard's talking to a bunch of drunkards.
For anyone, the potbelly person continues to talk. For anyone interested to be hired as traders for this endeavor, feel free to see me tomorrow evening.
I think that's our plot hook.
No, I think that's just a drunkard. I think the plot hook is the creepy old guy that's desperate for business.
Speaking of, he waves the woman over. Makes an order. Chill. Go over here. Deal with that. The final kid that's been harassing Kodo will finally leave.
They're persistent little buggers.
Kodo will let out a sigh. Hmm. Well, I feel better now.
Did you enjoy being a toy that kids would hug and play with, even if it was just for a few minutes?
It's been a while. Um, at this point, Kodo's kind of like looking at none of you in particular.
Poor Kodo. You could always drink that wine. Pretty sure it's still sitting in the freaking bar. It's sitting in the Bardell, frozen over. Iced wine is pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely get to that. Wish those kids were more mature, though.
They're kids. You can't really fix that.
Too true. At least they're not two.
You have a problem with toddlers?
They're painful. Besides, these kids don't have good instincts.
Or they know you're just a big huggable bear. Or fox in this case. You won't do anything to harm them because you're too nice. And you don't like having bad rumors spread about your people. Even if you are some evil god king entity.
Do you have to keep
Back
bringing
when-
that up?
Dirt was fucking new. Well, you don't like that I like to say that you used to be evil, but now you're not?
I used to be evil because some power comes at too high a price.
Well, and you're not evil anymore, so I'm going to keep reminding you of that. You used to be evil, and now you're a good person.
The waitress will come back. Will come back around after delivering the other guy his stew. Is there anything else I can get you? I can get you some real meat. Looking at Kriv.
Information would be nice.
Okay, that works too. I'll just pencil you down for goat stew with a side of information.
Fine, I'll relent. I'll have some of your amazing goat stew.
Ah, excellent. It's the cook's special. So, what else can I help you with?
We are looking for a place.
Okay.
What does monks call it again? Do you remember, Kenshi?
Call what?
The place where we're supposed to be going.
Frozen Citadel or something, isn't it? Hang on, let me roll intelligence to remember stuff, unless the GM just lets me remember stuff.
It's been 28-ish days at this point.
Yeah.
Or else I would just straight up tell you.
Luck point. Much better.
Okay. The members of Humboldt Soul as the Citadel in the Clouds. However,
Citadel in the Clouds.
however, it does have a few other names that were noted down on the map. The Gleaming Citadel and the Citadel of Storms.
Yeah, those.
So, do you happen to know any of those, my dear lady? That my friend had just said.
Oh, well. I know that there is a rather fabled place in the area called the Citadel in the Clouds. I haven't seen it myself. I hear people who try to find it. Well,
Don't return.
either get wound up frozen in the ice, captured by the raiders, or come back frustrated, saying that it's nothing special.
Wait, you have problems with raiders and we're only 500 miles from the capital? That's weird.
And I say like it's 500 miles, like it's
500 miles is a lot when you're limited
Like
to
it's-
horse and buggy.
like it's easy. I mean, we have there's even with the mountain paths, you have to get through the snow, and the hike isn't all that good. At least from what I've been told. I've lived here since I was ever, so I haven't really had a need to leave.
I see it more as a point of pride, Kenshi, being this close to the capital.
Well, that was my
You
point.
know-
Is 500 miles isn't exactly close.
It is what it is, and we have airships, we have ships.
Yes, but most of your airships are down at the border.
Yeah, or the capital itself, going back and forth. You're not wrong on that one. Still, it's a point of pride for me.
Listen,
That I feel insulted that we failed.
the Republic Guards are nice and all, but I can understand why there wouldn't be a perpetual dispatching. When the Raiders get really dangerous, we do request for knights or other defenders to come, and they are sent, and the Raiders are pushed back or part down. I have nothing against the nation I live in. They keep all the buildings warm. They make it a bit easier to tend to the streets. It really is nice.
I'm about to say, it sounds like the level you're at, they're expecting the local town guards and stuff to be able to handle it, unless you guys explicitly request otherwise.
I mean, the Merrick wouldn't like it if the Republic just had their guards stationed permanently. It would make us look like we can't defend ourselves. Most of us are hunters, for crying out loud. I would think defending ourselves would be a point of pride for ourselves.
Yep, there it is.
The classic two different prideful groups of people are too prideful to admit when they ever needs help until they desperately need it.
Now, if we see some large coming for us that we can't handle, you better be right. We come for help. People live here.
Until they get to that level.
They'll say nothing. Yep. Dealt with that one too many times. No offense. By the way, my name's Sir Norixius.
Ah, well, that explains the attitude then.
Yes, I
Well-
take it as a point of pride. And yes, I'm used to traveling a lot. So 500 miles is sure a lot, but it's nothing when you have to travel across the entire southern border all the time.
Well, my good sir, then I suppose you would be familiar with the difficulties of traveling with a platoon of people. There's a bit more logistics involved in that. Now, if you want to question,
I'd say, Eric, that's about 20 days. That's 2 weeks travel because the week is 10 days.
I know, but
and,
I have unbelievably high standards for the people that I used to command. So I just naturally put that on everyone else that's part of the military.
no,
This
if you,
sounds like a you problem.
I'm
I
not
mean,
saying it isn't.
it's a
I
definite
even
defining
said
part
it
of the
is.
character, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm pointing out as Kenshi
Yeah.
is like that is a you problem.
Now, if
And
you
I
want to,
completely acknowledge, yeah, that's me. It's like
now
I
if you
expect better from.
if you want to go into some fisticuffs, even if you have that Dragon Guard scale years, someone will take you up on it. Hell, I'll take you up on it when I'm done with my shift. I'm just not as good as everyone else.
Oh,
I've wrestled my brothers. I can wrestle you.
I just find it this. Nothing against what y'all are doing. I see it all the time, and I respect it. I just find it annoying that when y'all have called on them, they've never been able to fully get rid of the problem.
Well, honestly, it sounds like one of those problems you can never really fully get rid of. You wipe one out and another one takes their place.
No, it's just you know, raiders like there's usually it's a band of orcish kind of individuals. They just take advantage that they're a bit more hardened against the snow than the rest of us. Means they can retreat in a place that's more difficult for us to travel to.
Mm.
Yeah, if it wasn't for this winter of winters, then yeah, I'm sure we, or honestly more likely the Republican military, could seek them out. I'm sure between their arms and training and our hunters, we'd be able to find them. It's just a matter of endurance of the cold, is all.
You mentioned it as a winter of winters. Is it particularly worse than normal?
Oh, it's been snowy here for as long as I can remember.
That's
Snow's
a pretty
fine,
long
but-
time.
I know it's an alpine area, but we're also not too far from the coast.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not normal.
Could be related to the citadel in the clouds. We've had our fair share of weird artifacts and ruins doing weird things.
It might be. Again, I don't usually go venturing outside of Frosted Firs. My dad took me once, and it was really nice. But I think that's enough information. I'll give you your stew.
That'd be much appreciated. Hey Kenshi, it's been what, like a year since we've had to deal with orcs? Would you want to go clear up the orcs before we leave this time?
Well, let's wait till we have all the information. But assuming it's not too far out of our way, we can give it a shot. Of course, knowing our luck, it's all connected.
She'll come back with your stew. About 45 seconds later, she'll return to the table. Here she'll hand you your coin back for this last stew. Looks like Axe Grinder over there is covering your meal.
Interesting. I guess we should thank him once we're done. Would you happen to know anyone who would actually knows where it is right now? Or
Oh,
would be able to at least point to it on a map?
so
This
she
citadel in
began
the
walking
clouds?
off after mentioning that.
I'm aware of that. That's why I mentioned it as a, oh, by the way, as she starts to step away.
Um, so yeah, I'll have to get back to you. I can't leave Merc waiting.
Understandable.
Um, for actually, let me look at your what's your passive perception?
It's 14.
14.
I know exactly what it is because it's 10 plus wisdom, unless you have modifiers, which I don't.
I'd say 10 plus perception, whatever that is. Yeah.
With the passives, Kenshi, you will notice that Merc, which is the lead person, appears to be paying in either multiple silvers or gold when he pays for his orders.
Okay.
Everyone else is either paying in coppers or silvers usually. Some of the hunters do use gold, but you're not seeing very much of that.
Somebody
And
actually
here
has a
I
little
am
bit of money.
using electrum.
Yeah, nobody uses that. What the?
Hey, until I use it all, it's going to keep being used. So finding an excuse for me to use 500 electrum, and we'll be good. Because I still feel like I'll at least keep 5 or so electrum just to say I have some.
Yeah, eventually you guys will be finished with your meal. What would you like to do until then or after that?
So what do you think? We can try to convince the drunk rich person to tell us more information. Or we could talk to the desperate person who really wants work from us for some reason.
Well, we're new in town, and therefore must have work.
Could I look at
Which
the
one?
parchment? It does say Journeyman Guide.
Well, we're looking for a guide.
Hmm. He would be the logical answer, at least.
It might be cheaper just to see if we can get the directions and try to do it ourselves.
Still, we're also talking about missing people, so might be worth just paying for the convenience of speed.
Yeah, never underestimate the value of a good ranger.
Even if it's unlikely all of the missing people are alive. Still, finding some of them alive would be preferential.
Okay. I mean, what? It sounds like you guys have a direction you're kind of wanting to go in, at least.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. I guess we.
I mean, there's
call
nothing
over
saying we
the
can't talk.
expert.
There's nothing saying we can't talk to both, but probably should talk to the one before the other.
Yeah. Let's talk to Mr. Axe Grinder.
Okay.
Would you like to start it off, Kenshi?
Not particularly.
Aw.
Could I say let's have Tibbs do it?
Well, if we're going to use his services, you might as well find out one way or the other. So I can agree to that, Kodo.
What, to just get Tibbs to talk to him?
Yep.
To get Tibbs to start the conversation
Well,
with him, yeah.
I was joking, but if he wants to do it.
You were joking, I was being serious.
I don't think leading with a talking cat is probably gonna, put him in the best mindset.
You're
I don't
cleric
mind.
of
I don't
Bahamut.
mind. I don't mind talking with him. I don't mind like going over there and talking to him, with you.
I don't want to be the leading person.
Oh, too bad. I'm at disadvantage to anything social, so I'm the last person that should talk to him.
No.
That's like I invoked my trait for the day, so. Gotta get those key points while I'm a PC.
I guess I'll turn around in my chair. And I'll look directly at Mr. Axegrinder and say, why don't you come over here and talk to us, since you're so keen on giving our cat your business card.
Oh, right, the light. He gets up, he'll bring his oversized axe with him. Well, I'm so glad that you've asked for me. Devon Axegrinder Dravmore, at your service. Again, he's like in matted furs, rusted chain, kind of grayed hair. He it looks like he hasn't had a good place to sleep in a while, judging by the general state of what he's wearing.
Did we get here in the morning or afternoon? I just want to make sure before I phrase my sentence.
You guys would have arrived. It would be the afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Axegrinder. My name is Sir Neurixius.
An honor.
This is Kenshi, my companion, as well as Kodo.
Well, it's all.
And here's Mr. Tibbs. He's an adorable little Maine Coon, isn't he?
Oh, yes, he is. It
Hello.
is. I'm sorry? He'll like look back at the drink on his, that's sitting on his table, which is obscured in darkness, or is in dark vision, and then back to Tibbs.
I'll wave.
I'm sorry. I think.
Hello.
I think you had a.
I'll say hello. Thank you. I'll say thank you for the polite gestures and the food that you gave me.
Is anyone else hearing that?
Yep.
Mr. Tibbs is our lovely cleric of Bahamut.
Oh.
See, you were kind of right. This group does have a cleric.
Oh, I see. You've been blessed. Okay, that makes far more sense. Okay, good. I thought I drank too much.
You've probably done both. But as you probably overheard, we're looking to get to a specific place, and it mentions that you're a guide. How well do you know the area?
I know it pretty well. I can I can take you to clearings, take you to good places to hunt, take you to a few secret caves that not everyone else knows about. Is there any particular place that you're wanting to go? And by the way, it is also a honor to meet yokai such as yourself. Referring to both Kenshi and Koda.
I'll give him a nod.
Koda will also give a slight nod.
We are looking to go to the Citadel in the Clouds, or the I know you just said it too, Tristan. I'm just blanking on it.
The Citadel in the Clouds, the Gleaming Citadel, the Citadel of Storms. Yes, I am familiar with it. I have I have gone far enough to see where it is, and a few paths to get there. However, from what I've heard of people who have made the venture, they say it's an interesting. I say it looks interesting enough that the fact that they say it's an interesting means it's dangerous.
We were given that impression by the Cobalt Soul when they asked us to come out here, yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Supposedly
knowledge
groups of-
seekers.
Yep.
Supposedly they have a group of people there that found something out, but when they try to send people to get said information, they've been disappearing for the last year.
Huh.
So we have the luxurious task of finding out what is going on. And preferably saving anyone that's still alive that's been missing.
Well, given saving lives are good, the raiding parties have been up a little bit, but I should be able to navigate around their paths. And again, saving lives is always good. Given my own current predicaments and your need, say 300 gold sounds like a fair value.
Think we can make that work, yeah.
Good.
One of my compatriots of Jackson wants to haggle.
I'm not in the mood to haggle. I hear raiders and people missing. I just want to fix the problems.
300 it is, then.
Excellent. That is terrific. Okay then. If considering the fact that no one seems to return from this, would it be out of line for me to ask to have this in advance?
I'll give you half of it now, and we can give you the other half afterwards. Because I won't expect you to actually go there, given that people go missing. But if you want to at least take us to the path that leads to it directly after getting us most of the way there, that's perfectly fine. Unless you have a curiosity in going to such a dangerous place yourself.
No, I think me and my axe will not to be joining you inside. I may have lost a bit recently, but I'm not looking to go into a place like that.
Then would you be fine getting half of it now? That way you can at least not be wasted on your efforts.
Half now and half when I lead you to the destination?
Yeah, half now, half when you get us to the site. You don't have to come in, you just have to get us there.
Exactly.
Okay. Agreed.
Alright, Mr. X-Grinder. Pleasure doing business with you. I'll
Um,
proceed to pull out exactly 15 platinum.
okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sir. Sir
Norixius.
Norixius. For those with sensitive noses, it does smell like this person has not had the opportunity for a bath recently, outside of probably cold water. So he hasn't seemingly hasn't had like a purchased good.
Well, you should be able to afford one with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my goal isn't to just leave him with nothing, but I ain't gonna just give someone 30 platinum just up front for a service that hasn't been fulfilled yet.
Well, when would you want to leave?
Given when we got here, first thing in the morning, you think?
That'd be an appropriate time to go. Give us the most time during the day.
Most time for travel, make sure everyone's, whatever proper supplies you feel we need, we have.
Okay. Good. Well, I will meet you on the east side of town, past the river, and then we can be off.
All right.
Okay. Unless you guys have anything specific you're going to do, I will just accelerate time.
Works for me.
Yep, I don't have
Okay.
anything specific.
Okay. As you guys go to disembark in the cold, Tibbs, I will need a athletics or acrobatics roll from you
They're coming back for more.
as
Doable.
as something unexpected occurs. There's a swift moving Kriv with a fabric object in his hands.
You said athletics or what?
Athletics or acrobatics.
You can also always just choose to fail.
Oh wow.
That was your acrobatics or athletics? Damn.
Ooh,
Okay. You are
that's painful.
You are swiftly by the monk wrangled into a warm coat? Yes. Yes, he has put on you some sort of animal fashioned warm clothing.
I will kind of look at it like, why?
Why not?
Could all just be smirking.
He'll look at you, kind of get a bit of a look a little annoyed, but it was like, my God tells me that I should be thankful for that which is given unto me. So thank you for this kind gift.
Try to avoid a snowball.
I will. He looks like he was about to say cherish. I will appreciate it for what it is.
Well, if the rumors are true about people being frozen in place, you're the last person we want frozen in place. So even if you're fine with your fur, a little bit of extra warmth, cold protection won't hurt you.
I pray that you never own pets.
My lifestyle won't let me own pets.
And with that, Axe Grinder will begin the windy journey through the treed, snowed passes into the more treacherous areas. And
Okay.
here is where we will end it. Unless people really want to keep on going.
I mean, it's only been like a month.
Nah. It's getting late.
Okay.
So, but no, I'll say I do not. I'm not that good with acrobatics. I'm only that good with acrobatics if I have a partner. Now, if my partner was here, I could have switched places. I could have switched places with him, and you would have stuffed. I'm not saying you would have stuffed them. You would have stuffed something on Zariah. Don't know how it happens, but you would have just reached for me, and she would have just been there. Cause something bullshit.
I figured with a snowy winter area, a cat in a sweater is just the most appropriate thing possible for our party.
I'll
I
wear
think
it.
Kichi would have killed me. You at least wouldn't.
And like, I'll wear it for all like 10 minutes. I can get away with wearing it before I start to, get too hot. I have to take it off.
As an awakened cat, do you actually have resistance to cold temperatures? Or...
No, I'll say technically, I'll say no, I don't. But I'll say no, I don't. But the type of I was just I'll say I don't know how you would want to do it, but with the type of cat that I had him being, they are specifically bred to deal with intense cold.
Okay. I know how I would call that, but I'll need to discuss with Triss if he wants to allow any kind of Maine Coon bonuses.
I mean, they're called that for a reason. It's kind of where they. I'll say their origins are from I'll say most of their primary origins are from the New England area.
I keep forgetting how big Maine Coons are.
Yeah, they're essentially domesticated bobcats.
Damn. Okay.
I'll say they generally usually reach the size and weight of a small dog.
Like they're the size of a person's torso. I'm looking at pictures of them right now.
Yeah, they generally reach up to 25 pounds. That's what I was telling your mom. I was like, you probably don't want him sitting on your shoulder for too long, because since he actually reaches full size.
I'm like, once he reaches on her in general, she's allergic.
Oh, okay. I'm like, once he reaches full size, he's basically going to weigh as much as a small medium dog. everybody's like, oh yeah, they look like they're just fluff. I'm like, no, they're actually all the weight that they look like.
Yeah, they're a giant ball of fluff, and under that fluff is a giant ball of muscle with a little bit of fat.
Yeah.
A little bit of fat for health.
I'm sorry, but fat acts is a very good insulation against the cold.
Yeah.
Cause if I remember correctly, Mouse hurts Mouse with the two cats she has. The black one is actually like pretty much like a year younger than it, and it's already larger than Starfire.
Yeah.
Man, they must have grown a lot since the last time I was over there.
The one did.
One Starfire's still the same size, and I'd say the other one just kind of like grew past it, which was expected.
I think I found the picture of. Yeah, I found what Tibbs looks like right now. Hold up. This is probably Tibbs.
How you put it in Skype or in Roll20?
God damn it! It said copy the image, not the image address. I was gonna put it in Skype just to make it easier.
Alright.
Oh no! Oh
I wouldn't be that mean, but I just imagine like it fits him perfectly fine, but because he's just this giant fluffy cat, it does that.
Yeah, I'm gonna start sweating to death. I have to burn this off of me at some point, or get one of you to help me take it off.
Okay. Oh, I do apologize for the initial delay.
No, it's okay.
No.
I'll say, I mean,
Personal injury is more important.
Yeah.
I'll say,
Even if it is a stupid one.
I'll say, helping Tristan keep his toes is,
Oh, it is. It is. So I obviously not. I phrase it that way, kind of just out of habit.
Yeah, because if anything, I'm the one who should be apologizing, which I did already.
Keeping your limbs is incredibly important.
I swear. Sometimes I take this a little too professionally.
There's nothing wrong with being professional, when people are having to schedule their lives around something.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he would get to a fight or not, but
Had it not been for my foot, we probably would have.
yeah, because the next thing actually was
Yeah. So an hour and a half we lost at patient first.
That being said, I did enjoy what we did have. There seems to have been some laughs at least.
Oh yeah.
I still won't have a snowball fight with the kids. I just feel like it would just be one-sided.
I was surprised that the kids were able to hit Tibbs.
Again, it's because you're running.
Today's one of those days.
I'm honestly more impressed because I fell asleep in an hour, like 20 minutes before. Just like I'm just gonna take a nap. I'll wake up eventually for the game, and it'll be fine. Oh, Tristan had a issue. Okay, I'll just go back to sleep. And then I was like, oh. I woke up just before they called. Oh, I'm a zombie right now. Please don't rely on me.
So, I am
But lo
glad.
and behold, things went perfectly fine for the initial part, while I continued drinking cup after cup of coffee.
I am glad that you were able to join us.
I still feel bad about Wednesday because I was like, totally want to be there. Crash.
It just means I got to run cleric for a little bit. It's not as hard as people made it out to be.
It really isn't.
It's like deploy spiritual weapon, get in range, stab thing with spiritual weapon. Stab thing
Someone
with
gets
dragon.
severely injured, heal them.
Didn't even get that far. Nobody got injured.
Yet. No, I think no. What's her face was critically hit.
Yes, but they weren't severely injured enough to.
True. They were taken down to just above bleeding.
Yeah. And when I got in range, I would have thrown a heal, but I hadn't gotten in range yet. So I was like, what can I do before I get in range? Okay, I'll hit him with the spiritual weapon on the way by to getting to the person I'm trying to heal.
Yeah. See, those magma bears, which looked awesome, by the way, were kind of like the warm up to the yeah. Just so you know, just so you know, Eric, you guys are fighting fallen, not corrupted, fallen.
I'm serving my purpose.
It seems to basically come down to you attack with your bonus action via the spiritual weapon, and then you cleric with your action.
That's generally what I do, yeah.
And then in your case, you also can attack with your buddy while you're doing the other two.
And if I don't need to do cleric things specifically, I attack myself.
Yep.
Causing more bonuses for myself and the dragon.
Though I did drop a buff you haven't used yet.
Which one?
Crusader's Mantle.
No, I've used that.
Did you?
Yeah, that's the one where everyone within an aura gets radiant damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that the first time I got it.
Okay, I didn't remember that one coming up.
It's come up twice. It came up in the fight with the tree, before we got to the tree, and then with the dragon bones.
Okay.
Well, not the dragon bones, but when we saved the city. Not city, but the town.
Yeah.
Because it happened when we got there and we had to save them. And then it happened when we fought the... I assume that was just to corrupt it.
The skeleton thing? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And then the... I know I did it twice there. Like in that whole section. And I think I did it one more time when we were fighting your companion that turned corrupted. I might not have done it with that one. I don't remember that one off the top of my head.
If you did, I don't remember seeing the aura on the field.
No, I generally have to make it visible.
But we can worry about that later because it is coming up on 2 in the morning.
Alright. Y'all be safe.
Yep.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Yep.
Hope y'all have a good night. By the
Good
way, David, I know you're fine with it, but I'm going to be trying to come by at some point next week. And one of y'all doing anything by chance? I know y'all have your Star Wars game next weekend.
Yeah,
at 8.
that's about the same time we do this, somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock. So, anytime before then.
Yep. I'll definitely talk about it more probably on Wednesday.
Okay.
But good night, you guys.
Good night.
Alright. Alright.
Right.